The UCO intervenes, the plan of the PSOE's Dirty Tricks network to remove Judge Viedma while she was investigating Pedro Sanchez's brother. Let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to a new edition of Medidas Cautelares. Pay close attention because we have updates in the Dirty Tricks case, no longer just the PSOE's Dirty Tricks network but Pedro Sanchez's. And pay very close attention because the UCO has intervened, a document in which the PSOE's Dirty Tricks network laid out the roadmap. The plan to neutralize Judge Viedma. Meanwhile, this magistrate from Badajoz was investigating the brother of the Prime Minister, David Sánchez. We are going to share this information as we always do. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, remember to subscribe to the Medidas Cautelares channel because we're quickly heading towards 150,000 subscribers. And now you have on the screen the photo of the main characters who are the little brothers of corruption. We could say here you have David Sánchez and Pedro Sánchez. And pay close attention to the document that the UCO has seized. Let's go with this information. Very important information. The Central Operational Unit of the Civil Guard, UCO, intervened. The plan of the PSOE's Dirty Tricks to remove the presiding judge of investigating court number 3 in Badajoz, Beatriz Viedma, while she was investigating the brother of the Prime Minister, David Sánchez. The trial against Pedro Sanchez's brother was left pending a verdict on June 9th after a total of 7 sessions, including the preliminary hearing on preliminary matters. David Sánchez, former socialist president of the IAEA, the Provincial Council, Miguel Ángel Gallardo, and 9 other defendants were tried for crimes of malfeasance and influence peddling. Well, the text document called State of Affairs, seized by the UCO, which has been accessed. Medidas Cautelares, dated January 16th. From 2025 and is part of the case file on the PSOE's Dirty Tricks network being investigated by the head of the Central Investigative Court number 5 of the National Court, Santiago Pedraz. The 4-page document contains a section called Badajoz, which refers to the maneuvers of one of the members of the PSOE's cloaca, the lawyer Luis Sáenz de Tejada, to neutralize Judge Viedma. The text reads as follows. It was agreed with Luis Sáenz de Tejada that he would file a complaint with the Attorney General's office to report the cases of judicial corruption in Badajoz, which include the judge handling David Sanchez's case, that is, Judge Viedma. After telling him to do it in a certain way and sending the complaint, it was filed away 2 days later. The same complaint was filed again with the requested modifications on November 21, 2024 with the General Counsel of the Judiciary, CGPJ. The same complaint, the document continues, it was sent to the Attorney General's office on November 27 of 2024 and without any procedure having been carried out, the Chief Prosecutor of the Technical Secretariat sent it to the Superior Prosecutor's Office of Extremadura, the document notes. The Dirty Tricks plan continues. The same Luis Sáenz de Tejada is willing to file complaints with the CGPJ against several conservative judges for illegalities, but he is first waiting to resolve the issue in Badajoz. In other words, Luis Sáenz de Tejada, this judge who was expelled from the judicial career and became a lawyer, was in charge of trying to remove and neutralize. On behalf of the Dirty Tricks network, no less than the head of the Court of Instruction number 3 of Badajoz, Beatriz Viedma, while she was investigating the brother of the president of the government, the president's dear brother, David Sánchez. It should be noted that the document seized from the PSOE's Dirty Tricks network also dedicates another section to the Coldo plot under the title Ábalos. And this document says, beyond stating that there is no evidence linking José Luis Ábalos to the matters he is accused of by Aldama, there is a vital issue that could bring the case to a quick and clean end. The UCO intercepted written communications addressed to José Luis Ábalos while he enjoyed special court jurisdiction without a court order, nor had special jurisdiction status been sought before the Supreme Court. The defense of José Luis Ábalos filed a complaint with the Attorney General's office on December 19, which has not received a response. The Deputy Prosecutor of the Supreme Court, Pilar Rodriguez. This is incorrect, okay? And now we're going to clarify it. She is waiting to receive it in order to process it because they are aware that there is a part of the UCO that is corrupted according to what the cloaca says. Is it the same unit, the one that made the reports on the Attorney General? If Ábalos falls, the Attorney Generals will fall too. This is what the cloaca was saying. Well, it's worth noting that the reference, as I mentioned, to Prosecutor Pilar Rodriguez, known as Prosecutor Cyanide, who was implicated in the Attorney General's case and the Plus Ultra case, is incorrect. This document from the cloaca incorrectly lists her as Deputy Prosecutor of the Supreme Court. Pilar Rodriguez was actually Madrid's Chief Provincial Prosecutor. And the Deputy Prosecutor of the Supreme Court is Ángeles Sánchez Conde, who was the prosecutor who was actually present at the trial against the Attorney General Álvaro García Ortiz, which was held at the Supreme Court. And I remind you of the latest people placed under investigation in recent days, precisely within the framework of the PSOE Cloaca case. Last week, the head of the Central Investigative Court No. 5 of the National Court, Santiago Pedras, ordered the formal investigation of the Director General of the Civil Guard, Mercedes González, and the Deputy Operational Director, DAO, of the same force, Manuel Llamas, in the PSOE Cloaca case. The judge made this decision at the request of the Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office, which requested that they be placed under investigation for the crimes of official misconduct and obstruction of justice. Both of them will have to testify as people under investigati on July 16th. And this is the information, the Central Operational Unit of the Civil Guard, UCO. They seized a text document from the PSOE's Dirty Tricks group in which their plan, their roadmap was explained. To neutralize and remove Judge Beatriz Biedma of Investigating Court No. 3 in Badajoz while she was investigating the brother of the Prime Minister, David Sánchez. In this same document, there were also references to attempts to seek the annulment of the investigation into the Coldo network. It should be said that this document is part of the so-called PSOE's Dirty Tricks, which is already being investigated by Judge Santiago Pedras of Central Investigating Court No. 5 at Spain's National Court. Any updates that come up in the next few days regarding this case of the PSOE's Dirty Tricks and all the corruption cases that are currently closing in on Sanchismo, you'll find them here on Medidas Cautelares with Miguel Ángel Pérez. That's it for this edition of Medidas Cautelares with Miguel Ángel Pérez. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave me your comments, your opinions, your likes, as they say, whatever you want. You already know that you can share the video with whoever you want, family, friends, co-workers, and of course keep supporting the channel. Keep supporting the Medidas Cautelares community, getting more subscribers, and also, if you want to take it a step further, you can become members like the Chosen ones for less than €3 a month, or like the Supreme ones for less than €7 a month. You can also make contributions via Bizum at 627-56370, 6627-556-370. Greetings. The most important thing, as I always say, is that this information reaches everyone because information is power. See you soon.